Before we get into this story, 4 questions need answers. Question 1. How does the cheapest ticket to the biggest sporting event on earth go from $11 in Qatar, one of the wealthiest nations in the world, to $600 in the United States in the space of 4 years without a single governing body intervening to stop it? Question 2. FIFA describes itself as a non-profit. It is reportedly set to generate approximately $13 billion from the 2026 World Cup alone, almost double what it made from the entire Qatar cycle. So where does the money from a non-profit that size actually go, and who exactly is getting paid? Question 3. Resale tickets on FIFA's platform have reportedly listed at prices exceeding $2 million each, and in at least one documented case, $11.5 million for a single ticket. FIFA earns a reported commission on every one of those sales. But there's a company most fans have never heard of sitting in the middle of all of it. Who is that company, and what does their involvement reveal about how this entire system was designed? Question 4. Gianni Infantino, the president of FIFA, reportedly promised member associations $1 billion in development funds when he first ran for office. He reportedly increased that number after each re-election. He is reportedly running again, and according to FIFA's own published figures, his personal pay package has reportedly quadrupled in the decade since he took office. What does that pattern allegedly tell you about where the money is really going and who it is really for? Every one of those questions has a documented answer, and together they tell a story about how the most watched sporting event in human history was allegedly transformed over the course of one tournament cycle, from a celebration into what economists, attorneys general, and consumer advocates are reportedly now calling the World Cup for the ultra-wealthy. If you love stories about corporate power, deception, and the secrets behind the biggest institutions in the world, click subscribe right now. We bring these stories every week, and you will not want to miss what is coming next. To understand how ticket prices for the 2026 World Cup allegedly reached the levels they did, you first have to understand what those prices are actually competing against, because the numbers are unlike anything the tournament has reportedly seen before. The cheapest tickets for group matches at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar were reportedly priced at $11. At the 2026 tournament, the cheapest tickets for comparable matches reportedly started at $60, and that was reportedly after FIFA came under significant public pressure to introduce lower-priced options at all. One journalist who gained access to the FIFA ticketing system reportedly found seats to a semi-final in Dallas listed at $11,000. A fan who secured Category 1 tickets through the lottery reportedly found nothing available below several $100s for any match involving a major footballing nation. The pricing difference from previous tournaments is reportedly not subtle. For one match between Uruguay and Spain, fans who purchased tickets in the October sales phase reportedly they paid approximately 126% more when the same match went on sale again in April. By most accounts, the cheapest ticket to the final from the first sales phase was priced at more than double the median annual salary in Ghana or Haiti, and reportedly equivalent to approximately 4 months of marketplace health insurance in the United States. One fan who attended 9 previous World Cups in Spain, Italy, France, Germany, South Africa, Brazil, Russia, and Qatar reportedly described purchasing his first ticket in Spain for 800 pesetas and recalled queuing 3 days to do so. That same fan reportedly used part of his pension fund to attend this tournament. He reportedly could not bear the thought of missing one. If you are enjoying this story, please hit the like and subscribe buttons now. It helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you stories like this. Thank you. Here is the first answer to question 1, about how prices reach this level without anyone stopping them. 2 factors reportedly explain the scale of the increase. The first is structural. This is the first World Cup hosted in the United States since 1994, and the American sports economy operates on a fundamentally different philosophy from most of the world. Sporting events in the United States have operated for decades on the principle that premium experiences command whatever the market will bear. The chief executive of Live Nation reportedly described spending $70,000 for courtside NBA seats as, in his own words, a badge of honor. That is reportedly the cultural operating environment FIFA chose to enter. The second factor is reportedly new even by American standards. For the first time in World Cup history, FIFA introduced what it calls variable pricing, a system in which ticket prices are adjusted between sales phases based on demand. Sports economists cited in coverage of this story reportedly described this as functionally identical to dynamic pricing, the same model used by airlines and ride-sharing apps. What this means in practice is that fans reportedly cannot know what a ticket will cost when they plan their travel, book hotels, or arrange time off work. The price reportedly only becomes known when a fan reaches the front of a digital queue that can take hours to clear. But the pricing story does not begin with the public queue. It begins with a company that most fans have reportedly never heard of and that allegedly controlled the best seats in every stadium before ordinary ticket buyers ever had access to them. That company is called On Location. According to multiple reports and its own published materials, On Location is the sole official hospitality provider for the 2026 World Cup. It is a subsidiary of Endeavor, a global sports and entertainment corporation. On Location reportedly controls the allocation of premium hospitality packages, ticket-inclusive bundles that include sideline seats, and private lounge access across all 16 host venues. Those packages reportedly start at approximately $2,000 and reportedly extend beyond $70,000 for the most premium options. This is the detail that explains the seating map controversy that reportedly emerged in spring of 2026. When ordinary fans purchased Category 1 tickets, the most expensive general admission tier, they were reportedly shown maps suggesting those tickets could place them in prime, lower bowl sideline sections. What those maps allegedly did not show was that those sideline sections had reportedly already been allocated to On Location's hospitality inventory before the public maps were ever published. When seat assignments were reportedly issued in April, Category 1 ticket holders reportedly found those premium sections were not available to them. In other words, the best seat in the stadium was reportedly never available to the general public. It had allegedly been sold to a corporate hospitality company before the map that showed it to them was ever made public. Separately, and for the first time, FIFA has reportedly operated its own official resale platform for this tournament, stepping into the secondary market role traditionally filled by companies like StubHub and Ticketmaster. According to multiple reports, FIFA reportedly charges a 30% commission on all resale transactions, split at 15% from both buyer and seller. Consumer advocates and sports economists have reportedly called this arrangement double dipping, collecting revenue every time a ticket changes hands. Resale listings on FIFA's own platform have reportedly reached $2.3 million per ticket. At least one listing was reportedly placed at $11.5 million for a single seat. FIFA's president reportedly responded to questions about these prices by saying that if someone paid $2 million for a final ticket, he would personally deliver them a hot dog and a Coke. That was reportedly the response to a listing at $11.5 million. Now here is the answer to question 2, the one about the nonprofit. This is reportedly the part of the story that most coverage has not examined. By most reported accounts, FIFA has operated with tax-exempt status in the United States continuously since the 1994 World Cup, more than 30 years of generating revenue in the American market without paying federal income tax on most of it. Reporting from Yahoo Sports noted that this status reportedly also exempts FIFA from state taxes in all host jurisdictions except Washington state. Consider what that means. FIFA is reportedly on course to generate approximately $13 billion from the 2026 tournament cycle. That revenue is reportedly generated in a country whose government provides the infrastructure, the security, the public services, and the legal framework within which it is collected without, by most accounts, the federal government receiving income tax on the vast majority of it. Inside that nonprofit, executives are reportedly compensated at a level the organization's own published tax filings make no attempt to obscure. According to FIFA's own disclosed figures, Infantino's total pay package reportedly stood at approximately $1.5 million when he took office in 2016. By 2025, according to FIFA's own published financial reports, that figure had reportedly risen to approximately $6 million, a quadrupling over 9 years, and achieved in parallel with a reported 33% bonus increase following the 2025 Club World Cup. His annual bonus alone reportedly reached $2.78 million that year. FIFA's total executive compensation reportedly reached approximately $33 million in one recent tax filing year, drawn from the organization's own IRS disclosures. This is the organization that reportedly could not provide fans from less affluent nations with tickets below $60, and that, by one reported account, allocated only 4,000 of approximately 94,000 available seats in one Dallas stadium to fans of the teams actually playing there. Now here is where question 4 gets its full answer, and where the structure of all of this reportedly comes into focus. FIFA's 211 member associations each hold one vote in presidential elections, regardless of size, wealth, or footballing significance. Smaller associations, taken together, hold decisive voting power over who runs the organization. This has reportedly been understood by FIFA presidents for decades. And by multiple accounts, development fund allocations have allegedly functioned as a mechanism to secure that voting majority. When Infantino first ran for the FIFA presidency approximately 10 years ago, he reportedly campaigned heavily on a promise to increase development fund payments to member associations. He reportedly won. After his first re-election, he reportedly increased the promised amount per member. After his second re-election, he increased it again. He is reportedly running for a fourth term and has reportedly promised yet another increase, even as his own compensation has reportedly quadrupled. The advocacy group Fair Square reportedly published a critique of this pattern in 2024, arguing in its own reported words that development fund allocations are used to encourage the member associations' political support for the president. FIFA has not made member association audits public, a practice that multiple transparency organizations have, reportedly called suspicious. The alleged misuse of these funds is not theoretical. In 2026, the former president of the Republic of the Congo's Football Association reportedly received a life sentence in absentia for allegedly embezzling $1.1 million in FIFA funds. The former president of the Maldives Football Association was reportedly sentenced to 23 years for allegedly misusing COVID relief money passed through FIFA. A Venezuelan football official was reportedly banned by FIFA in 2025 for alleged financial wrongdoing. This is reportedly the system that $13 billion in World Cup revenue is flowing into. Here is what some have tried to do about it. The Attorneys General of New York and New Jersey reportedly launched a formal investigation into FIFA's ticketing practices in May of 2026, issuing subpoenas for internal documents and reportedly describing the World Cup as not an invitation to exploit residents and visitors. Separately, the advocacy group Euroconsumers reportedly filed a formal complaint with the European Commission, allegedly identifying 6 separate FIFA practices as abusive, including excessive pricing and what the group described as the abuse of a monopoly position over World Cup ticket access. Ontario, Canada reportedly passed legislation in April of 2026 capping resale prices at face value, and FIFA reportedly removed resale listings for Toronto's 6 matches from its platform to comply. One sports economist cited in reporting on this subject described FIFA's model simply. The organization, he reportedly said, has decided to extract as much as it possibly can from every event, and because the World Cup occurs only every 4 years, it can reportedly afford to do so without needing the same fans back the following week. Here is the final shape of this story. FIFA has reportedly operated tax-free in the United States for more than 30 years. The president of that tax-exempt nonprofit reportedly earns approximately $6 million a year, a figure that has reportedly quadrupled since he took office. The best seats in every stadium were reportedly controlled by a hospitality corporation and allocated before ordinary fans were ever shown the maps. And the fans who paid the most for general public tickets reportedly found themselves in corners and upper decks, while the sideline sections shown on their original maps were allegedly already gone. A man who attended 9 World Cups reportedly used part of his pension to attend this one. The coach of a national team that had not appeared in the tournament for 28 years reportedly asked supporters publicly not to put themselves into debt trying to get there. A consumer advocate cited in reporting on this subject reportedly described denying people the things that bring them joy at a time of ongoing affordability crisis as so incredibly harmful. FIFA reportedly received 500 million ticket requests during the application window for this tournament. Infantino reportedly called that number a global statement of how much this tournament means to people around the world. The tournament's cheapest ticket cost $60. In Qatar, it was $11. And the man who reportedly said he could not welcome every fan inside the stadiums reportedly earned $6 million a year from the organization that decides how many get in and at what price. If you found this story as riveting as we did, subscribe to the channel and join our email notification list so you never miss an episode. The link is in the description below. On your screen right now is our next story. Click over and I will see you there.